Good afternoon, I'm Roshan Sukram. This is Headline News on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. For the first time, Trinidad and Tobago has made it on the Global Corruption Report put out by Transparency International. The recently released 2009 report, which focuses on corruption and the private sector, lists the home mortgage bank fiasco as a major corruption scandal. Member of the Trinidad and Tobago Transparency Institute, Dr. Bishnu Raghunath, says this could have serious negative implications for the country.
What is the impact of, or the implications of TNT being in the GCR? Well, it could be neither here nor there, as well as it could be a big issue. The point about it, however, is that at least people are now taking note, and it would reflect badly on the country, and those in authority who could make a difference should take note of it. I mean, very recently too, we've heard that Trinidad appeared for the first time on the Global Integrity Report. Not very good report for Trinidad, but again, it tells us something is wrong here.
The Transparency Institute believes issues like this will continue to affect this country's image because it will seem that those in authority are ignoring white-collar crime.
The regulatory agencies, again in my experience, seem to want to look more than twice before they leap. And at the velocity of corruption, sometimes, when you wait too long, you have a situation like CLICO that jeopardizes the whole country, or you have a situation like the financial institution situation in the large international market.
The Communication Workers Union is calling on the management of TSTT to account to the population over the spending it occurred in staging the Beyoncé concert on February 18, 2010. President of the CWU, Joseph Remy, says it's disturbing that exactly 1 month later, the public is yet to know the true cost of hosting the concert. Mr. Remy was speaking at a press conference called at its Henry Street office this morning.
The Communication Workers Union would like to highlight the utter contempt and disrespect shown to the national community by the executive management of TSTT due to their refusal to publicly account for the squandermania they engaged in by the hosting of the now infamous Beyoncé I Am concert.
He said the CWU was the first to object against the staging of the $1 million concert since many of its employees' terms and salary packages remain outstanding. He said it is just another example of squandermania by a state agency.
But in light of the fact that TSTT junior and senior staff employees were still working and barely surviving on 2005 salaries, it was obscene and contemptuous for the company to spend millions of taxpayers' dollars on this show while claiming economic challenges for refusing to honor its obligation to its employees.
That's a look at Headline News to the hour on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. Join us in 1 hour's time for another news update, and our major network news comes up at 7 o'clock right here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network.